So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can quickly get into running Arca locally and configuring your API keys and then having a conversation with your BigQuery data warehouse. So before we start the actual installation process, you need to first purchase an evaluation license. This lets you use Arca across your organization, add as many users as you want, make whatever adjustments to Arca as you need for a 4-week period. This is what we call our evaluation period. And so when you buy this license, you get a license key. That license key is what you'll need to add to your Arca installation for it to work. Now let's get into the actual installation process. So we have a GitHub repository which walks you through in a step-by-step way how you can install Arca. And the first step here is to clone this repository. I've done that here. I've cloned the repository into a folder called Arca self-hosted tester, and then this is the actual repository right here. In order for Arca to work on, let's say, your Mac or your Ubuntu VM instance, you need to have Docker running either as part of Docker Desktop if you're on a Mac, or Windows, or Docker daemon CLI if you're on Ubuntu. So please install Docker before you start using the self-hosted version. Now, all you have to do once you've gotten the license and you've downloaded the branch is to run the deploy script. You want to make sure a few things are true. I recommend using port 3000 because this is what we use for OAuth verification of Google BigQuery. And if you use another port, then when you authenticate to Google, it's going to reject the request, right? So if you don't want to use BigQuery, that's fine. Or even for BigQuery, if you're going to use the service JSON, then that's fine. But for OAuth, you need to use port 3000. And then here it just asks you to add your Arca evaluation key. So I'll be right back once I've added that here. Okay, so we've got our Arca evaluation key, and I'm going to press enter, and this is going to now start installing the Arca instance. What it's doing is it's pulling the Arca image from GitHub's Elastic Container Registry, and it's deploying it as a Docker image on the local machine. This version has the web app and it has a Postgres database. Now, great, we've got a local host set up. So let's go and run the local host. So as you can see, you're greeted with Arca's welcome screen. You should first sign up and create an account. This data is only stored locally. And I'm just adding a password. And then you're inside of Arca. If you try to have a conversation with Arca's analytics agent, it's going to show you a failure. And that's because you need to plug in an API key before you can start. And so this fetch your Anthropic API key that you can get from the Anthropic console and plug that in here. Anthropic, we use Anthropic for most of our AI, and so I recommend getting that key and setting it here. Okay, so I've pasted the Anthropic key, and now I'm going to save it. It's saved. The second thing I'm going to do is configure a data source. We have many more data sources, but in this example, we're focusing on BigQuery. The two important fields that you need to set is the project ID. And so we're going to set a project ID where the BigQuery data warehouse lives, and then the data set. This is optional, but I'm just adding it for our purposes. And then you say, and there's a couple of options here. Service account key JSON is what you should be using if you're setting this up for your organization. But for individual use, OAuth is great. This says connect with Google, and then you've got a couple of options here. So I'm going to choose this one, and there you go. So now you've got BigQuery connected. You've got the API key set up. So now you can go to the chat, and then you can say, Can you list tables in BigQuery? And there you go. Fetches taxi trips. Now you can finally ask a question like, give me a chart of the frequency of rider trips during the day on average. Okay, there you go. Arka answers that question really effectively and just created a beautiful graph for you. You can copy this graph as an image, as a text. You can download it. Um, lots of possibilities. Thank you so much. Try it out. Let us know what you think. And if you have any questions, you can just email us at hi@arka.sl. Have a great day. Bye.